Hey all, this time we're going to talk about storing values in our calculator. So let's say we have this really messy value that we want to use somewhere else. Maybe we want to take this messy number, 25 natural log of 2 pi, and plug it into some other equation, or you know, divide by it somewhere else. And so we want to use it somewhere else in the problem, or maybe it's the bounds of our integral, or maybe we want to take the derivative at that point, or something like that. Then what we can do is we can store it with the store key. So I can get out that answer, and it has that fancy decimal, and I can hit the store key, which is over here, and I can say what letter I want to store it as. That's part of the purpose of these letters being here. So I can go alpha, and let's choose C for calculus. And it'll give the number back saying, yes, we stored the value. And so now, if I hit C, it's using that number to stand for C. So I can do a whole bunch of things with that. I can take that number and divide it by 5. Or I could take that number, let's say to the 6th power or something like that. I could also, big number if I take it to the 6th power. I can also take, if I had it in a larger function, then I could plug it in and do y1 and plug in, instead of having to keep typing out that fancy number, I can just use C and plug in C. It would give me back my answer. Another thing I can do is I can use it in, say, a derivative or an integral. If I want to take that fancy number and use it as the bounds for my integral, then I can do that. I can go math 9, and I can go from 0 up to C of whatever function I want. So it can keep that that long decimal, instead of having to round a string of decimals or having to keep writing out this really big messy number. I can just store it for a value. And you can actually write on the AP test, you could actually write that C equals, what was it, like 10 times the natural log of 2 times pi is approximately 54.439. And then you could go ahead and use, if you wrote out an integral, you could use the integral from 0 to C, and as long as you defined it at some other point in the problem, then you could keep using it elsewhere. So that can be handy if you're working with some messy number for multiple parts of a problem. It can help you keep track of it without having to round or have messy decimals. So hope that's helpful, and I'll talk to you next time.